What's up, guys? It's your boy J-Mecha here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my blue-green 8-post list. This list was mostly inspired by Glyciano, who'd been playing this like mono-green cloud post list with like a Mindslaver lock, which was really interesting with like Reanimator Excavator and basically Buried Ruin, which is kind of a lock when you have, what is it, like 14 mana, something like that, and like a free land drop. So you Buried Ruin back this, you get back Mindslaver, then you just like Mindslave them, and that's a lock, which is really cool. Um, and I've been playing a lot of like mono blue cloud post lists with metalwork losses and upheavals, and that's the list I played like throughout the seasons. But I wanted to see, I think the genesis of the decks, I wanted to see if I could one make the green post deck better, and two if I could merge my upheaval colossus build with that build together. And the first build was like really silly. It was really dumb, but one card I really liked was Treasure Mage because you could just find like the things you needed, either like creatures or Mindslayers. So that's kind of like devolved into like this sort of build where it's mostly green, splash blue for a couple of cards, but for the most part it's still the green list. So let's start as always with the lands. First, Cloud Post, Glitter Post. Great, you just combine them and you make a bunch of mana. I mean, these lands are like super broken. I think like supporting it with green is the best way of like getting them as fast as humanly possible, because that's like your early game. The early game is just setting up for early cloud posts into glimmer posts. And I mean, glimmer posts is also really amazing. You really want to time them. You want these to be, if you can make it happen, the last locus lands you play, because the more you play, the more life you gain, and they just kind of like exponentiate better when you play them last. Uh, I have 8 green sources here: Forest and Yavimaya Coast. These lands are pretty much free. The Pain lands and Yavimaya Coast and Land Waste are pretty free, so I think like mana bases could be really good, like Sultai mana bases or Golgari or SIMIC mana bases. Like these are probably the best mana bases you have in Penny Dreadful. So I think just having this free land is good. I mean, it's not always free because like taking 1 damage is like some sort of payment. It's kind of tough. And then we have a bunch of like one-of lands. Bear Druid, like explained earlier, was as part of a loop with Excavator. Crawling Barrens is actually a really good land to end the game when you have a bunch of mana. You just make this gigantic idiot, and it gets huge really fast because for 4 mana you just activate it, and you can activate it multiple times. So every time you activate it, you add 2 counters, so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger as more mana you have. Sanctum Movement is like a tutor land. So once you play something like a 7-drop or a free Colossus, you can get another thing. Usually you just need one to find another. And also with like Excavator, you can just play it back from your graveyard, so you can keep finding other things to do. There's only like 4 targets, so that's why there's only one in there. Tech Edge is great, especially in the mirror. I think you need something to break open the mirror, and so just constantly tech edging your opponent's cloud post is really good, especially with Excavator. And there is this Factory, another sort of like alternate win con. It does make artifacts for Colossus, which is really important. A lot of people forget that the tokens are artifacts, so that's really good. And like I said, it's another alternate win con. You can play around things like edicts if you just like kind of play a bunch of these and then like play this and then or play your thing and then you're protected against that. Like the first 20 something cards just make mana or find mana in some way. Ancient Stirrings is a pretty broken card. It finds either like lands or like creatures or kill conditions or whatever. So it's pretty great. It's like the best ponder we have basically, but it's in green. Expedition Map, another land tutoring, especially with a Sylvan Scrying. They both kind of do the same thing. One's just a little more expensive. Um, Simic Signet and Talisman of Curiosity. So there's cards we can't play because we're playing with a Colossus kill. You need some sort of like you need like a mass. What's the word I want to use? You need a critical mass of like artifact and mana. So Simic Signet and Talisman of Curiosity are both add blue and greens are pretty great. You can't play things like Explore. Explore is awesome, an awesome card, but like I said, if you're playing with Metalwork Colossus, you need some sort of artifact mana. So these kind of replace like the Explorer, the Boreal Grazer sort of cards, because they do ramp. Like those 2 cards ramp. These cards also ramp. And finally, Ghetto Lotus is pretty great. It's basically like -8 on a Colossus, 5 for the CMC, and 3 on the mana you ask for. So you just always want one, and also like fixes your mana a bit because you can kind of get in this weird situation where you have all just like colorless mana, and if you don't have any of these rocks, then you can't really do anything else. Treasure Mage is get the nod actually over Fabricate. I think the cards are very similar, but Fabricate can find any artifact, but there's no really real reason to find like other non 6 or higher artifacts other than like Gilded Lotus maybe. But The good thing about Treasure Mage is that it makes a 2/2 body, or it is a 2/2 body. So when you're in some sort of like weird slaver lock situation, you kind of need to kill your opponent in some way. So if you have enough life, you can kind of like trade your life total, and then like maybe if they have like a 1/1, you just slam the 1/1 into the 2/2 or the 2/3 in the excavator, and that's like good enough. So, but and then also, I mean, like attacking, you just need to like kill your opponent somehow. So sometimes Treasure Mage, like you just get a bunch of like Treasure Mages and excavators and kill them that way. It's actually really funny. Um, Urban Evolution is a card I kind of like waver on. I think with like these kinds of decks, everything's kind of like a 1-for-1. Like this trades a card for a card. This is a card for a card. This is a card for a card, and eventually you just kind of run out of things to do. So Urban Evolution is a great sort of like catch up where you can obviously draw 3 cards, but also lets you play an additional land, which is really important. You really want to obviously ramp in a ramp deck. So it's kind of just like it kind of like smooths everything out once you get beyond like turn like 5 or 6, because at some point you're just going to be top decking because you just like kind of ran out of all your stuff. So I like a Revolution a lot. I think it's actually a really good card. So we got kill conditions here. Metalwork Colossus, pretty great. Like I said, with all the artifact mana. Once you get into like a slaver situation, this is actually better than just like locking out your opponent. Because a big thing about the Mind Slaver lock that I kind of noticed out of the mono green deck is that it has very actual few ways of winning, other than like activating a big crawling baron. That's actually really hard to kill someone. So if sometimes you can just cheat a lot of wins by playing a really early Colossus, or you can like slaver them, play a Colossus. Oh, and by the way, slaver is really good at minimizing the cost of Metalwork Colossus. So that's like a really thick combination there. But you could like attack your their thing into your Colossus, and all of a sudden you're just hitting them for 10 or 20. So I think that's why Colossus is really good. There's only 2 in the deck. The deck is very tight on space. Maybe you can add a third one, but honestly, between like Sanctum of Ugin and like kind of other stuff, you really only need like 2, maybe even like 3 to win the game. So I'm kind of like cutting it close here. I would say Mirror Battlesphere is kind of a way of it makes a bunch of artifacts. So if you have a Colossus that's dead and you want to use a Buried Rune, you can make a bunch of Mirror with the Mirror Battlesphere. Also, it's just good like catch up card. Sometimes this deck is a lot of setup, so you can play this as early, I would say, as turn 3 naturally. Like Cloud Post, Glimmer Post makes 7, so that's pretty good in turn 3. Platinum Angel has also been another awesome card that really has bailed me out of a lot of situations where I was like, I am not going to win this game. Wait, here's my Platinum Angel. And then they can't deal with the Platinum Angel. You just kind of win the game. Some decks literally cannot deal with this card sometimes in game 1. So this card actually just steals a bunch of games out of nowhere, because eventually you just play it, you don't do anything with it, and then you set up your slaver lock, and eventually you can win the game somehow. So it's actually really hilarious how good this card can be. And of course, we talked about Mind Slaver. It's just kind of like the linchpin of the deck. Once you actually play a Mind Slaver, it's not always game until you have a setup where you can like leverage that advantage. But I mean, taking someone else's turn is like awesome. You can do so many different things by taking someone else's turn. Like just the baseline of this, like tapping them out is like fine. It's not terrible, but there's a lot of creative things you can do. Sometimes you could just use your deck against them in some ways. Like you could take their spell or kill spell and kill their creatures, things like that. Attacking their creatures into yours when you don't want to. It's fun. It's just a lot of fun. I think it's just a ton of fun. I don't know what else to say about it. Let's see, Sideboard here. Return to Nature, kind of the catch-all. Disenchant, also just exiles a card. Orbs of Warding, I would think this is pretty decent against things like Storm, Lightning Rift, I guess. Just like small creatures that want to attack you a lot. But the Hexproof thing is pretty decent. I think mostly against like Lightning Rift, but I don't know if I really need to know. But even like Burn, I guess like random Burn decks too. Spatial Contortion, there's a full 4 here. I think Aggro's the worst matchup, and actually these things go together. Locks on Warhammer is a really good way. It's kind of I've stole this from my old Upheaval Colossus build, where most of the time, if I can equip a Locks on Warhammer to a Metal Colossus and get some sort of damage in, I'm going to win the game. So that's just kind of the thing I'm going to try. I don't know if it's that good, but the other things I didn't really appreciate, like Ratchet Bomb is kind of slow. Tangle, I didn't really like Tangle that much, but I think Tangle could be okay too. But I'm going to try the Warhammer. It also just like reduces the cost of Colossus itself. So, but like Contortion's great. You bring in a lot of different matchups, like Hermit Druid, obviously any creature deck. It's a good card overall, and you have plenty of colorless sources to activate it. And Nile Spellbomb and Red Roost Throne, or it's just kind of like the roundabout kill your graveyard or hate your graveyard sort of things. Runestone is actually really funny. Actually sounds like Neoform, so if you're playing against a Neoform deck, this also just stops that too. So we're gonna play in a league today, 5 rounds. I like this list. I think it's not bad. I don't know if it's like great. I think there's some glaringly bad matchups. Like I think the Hermit Druid actually is a bad matchup, but it's still a lot of fun because taking your opponent's turns is pretty great. So let's go. All right, gonna match with the Penny Dreadful blue green post list. Um, this hand has like potential. It's got like one little mana rock. I might keep. I'm on the draw, so maybe I draw like a cloud post and then the hand just like explodes. But the only reason I really like the tank is they have like one of each color. So, okay, mono red. Maybe this might be bad. Okay, I drew a land at the end of the world. At least here I can play an early treasure mage and then just kind of block if I need to. This is where you see the pain, like talismans and Yavamaikos really make a difference in the matchup. It's actually honestly pretty bad. If I could draw a cloud post here, it's not that bad because I could play this. That's not a bad draw. So I'm gonna go talisman. Talisman's really good at like doing that. You go turn 2 ramp spell and then you get another ramp spell, so you can set up your next turns. So it's pretty great. So I can actually play this battle sphere fairly quickly, but I'm gonna take some hits for it. Let's see what I draw. Okay, do another evolution. Those aren't really super awesome right now. Because I kind of have to get this Cloud Post in play. At least me playing this Glimmer Post is going to give me some life back. Let's see, I'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One land short, but I get to play an evolution. Maybe I can find another Glimmer Post. Or I could just run out a Treasure Mage and block. Or make them use a burn spell on it. Treasure Mage can go find maybe like Platinum Angel. Well, they could burn down Platinum Angel kind of easily. Or I could just draw Platinum Angel. Okay. I think I actually like Urban Evolution here. I do take 1 for it, but if I draw like another Glimmer Post, it's gonna like actually net a lot of life. At worst, I have a land drop here already. Okay, I drew Ancient Stirrings. Do we really want a Stirrings here? I can actually die next turn. Because I can go like land, talisman, Stirrings. I take another 1 for... maybe it's worth it. We'll see. Because I could actually just find another Glimmer Post. I found a Cloud Post. It's kind of about the same. I can also just Mindslaver my opponent, but I don't think I have mana to do both at once. So I'm going to take the Cloud Post. Okay, I might be dead. We'll see. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm dead. I am very dead. Okay. Oh, I can play Orbs of Boarding. Orbs of Boarding have the youth now. I'm gonna take all these out. They're just a bit slow. Try her for the Warhammer. The Warhammer cheese. Mindslavers are also really slow in this matchup, so I don't mind cutting those. And I usually just shave signets and talismans here. You do need colorless sources, so maybe like 1 of each. And something else has to go. Everything else is pretty decent. This guy's actually good at blocking. Maybe it's go to like 2 signets. Or maybe you can cut a Sylvan Scrying. No, Sylvan Scrying's good at finding Glimmer Posts and whatnot. I can cut a map. Map is a bit slow. Stirring's really good at finding Warhammers as well. Sure. I can keep, I guess. This is my green and blue source, so this thing has to go to distance. It really needs to go to distance here. Okay, I found this, which is even better. Because I can play Stirrings now. Well, all hits. I think I actually take the removal spell. I mean, the land's really good too. It's kind of hard. This is kind of hard because I don't have another land coming up as it stands. Maybe I just take the Cloud Posts because it fits the Orbs of Warding plan a little better. Because I can play the Treasure Mage to block. I mean, they're just gonna make it to 2/2. Okay, Earthshaker. Good to waste that now. Okay, I drew the Contortion anyway. So just pass. Okay, they're just gonna level up. Kill the figure. This guy in the graveyard's not as great. You don't want to see that. Eventually, he just comes back as a 4/4. It's a little worse. Okay, now's a good time to play Orbs of Warding and maybe... Ooh, you can play... I could just play both. Play another Signet. Well, I guess I just use an extra mana, but it's okay. It's kind of whatever. Alright, so now all the burn spells are kind of off the table, unless they have a Smash Smithereens. Which you better deploy all their stuff now, sure. Okay. With Treasure Mage, I'm definitely gonna go find a Meager Battle Sphere, which will gum up the board quite a bit. The burn spells are still like, live. They still kill creatures, so. Okay, Chain Whirler doesn't do anything to me. Pretty great. Oh, Glimmer Post is a great draw. Kind of uh get some extra life. And now this is where I'm feeling kind of great. Treasure Mage. I think I could actually play a Battle Sphere now. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm right there. Hopefully, don't have another Chain Whirler because that'd be really annoying. All right, you got it. A Chain Whirler would be really annoying, but I still have a 4/7, so it's not like completely crazy. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna scrying for another Glimmer Post. Just continually getting this game out of control. I guess I can get Sanctum of Ugin too. Actually, I think Sanctum is a little better. I can end the game a bit quicker. Because I can just chain Colossuses here. Oh, it's already free. I don't know why I paid mana for that. Play another Colossus. I don't want to actually activate this. I kind of just like paid too much mana. Now I'm attacking, definitely. I'm gonna tap all of them here. One, two. Oh goodness. What an APM test there. Just hit the lake. So you take 4. I'm tagging you for 8. Okay. It's kind of big. They have a bunch of removal spells. But I'm totally okay with this, honestly. I still have two 10/10s and a bunch of 4/4s and a 1/1. or a bunch of 1/1s and a 2/2. I cannot do math as hard. Okay, the risk of getting us killed, I will activate this. Just to get some counters on it. Oh no. Oh no, my 10/10s. Okay. Maybe that's all I got. I have a bunch of 10-10s. This is a lethal attack. Alright, should be good. Everything stacked up pretty well. I'm actually pretty glad I took that cloud post. I mean, I also drew a spatial contortion, which was pretty pivotal in killing that Destiny. If that thing was like a 4/4, it would have been kind of tough to deal with. Let's try it again. Oh my god, they're playing Chain Whirler, though. Chain Whirler, I gotta remember that for my Battle Sphere. Not that I can stop it, but... um... Sure, this is a reasonable hand. Wait, I only have one land. Oh, I didn't look. I looked at this as something else. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to draw land. This is not okay. Okay. Sometimes I whiff here, but most of the time I will not. Most of the time I don't. I'm not supposed to whiff here. Okay, I didn't whiff, but these aren't the greatest lands. Hmm. I will take I'll take Buried Ruin. One another card that really hoses me here is Price of Progress. Price of Progress is a card that's completely unstoppable against me. I have 4 basics in my deck, so if a red deck decides to play Price of Progress, it's a bad time. And there's not really much counterplay to that, I don't think. And if there is, I'm not thinking about it. Okay. I kind of want to actually just spatial contortion this. I can't take a turn off to like ramp. I want to like preserve my life total a bit. That guy kind of gets nuts in a hurry. Okay. Burn spell to the dome. If I draw a land here, that's really annoying too. Okay, I'm gonna play this scrying now. I'm gonna get a cloud post. And now I might just chain glimmer post for the rest of the... Oh, I can't. I can't gain life. This guy's really annoying. That's why this guy's so annoying. Maybe I'll just like play Signet Sylvan Scrying. Let me see here. I drew a Warhammer. But, I mean, the clock is ticking here. See, the deck takes so much setup that, like, sometimes you just get overwhelmed by these very fast... That's why I like aggro. One of the worst matchups for these sort of, like, any sort of, like, pseudo-ramp spells. But maybe I'm just playing it wrong. That's another thing. Okay. Go to 5. Now I'm just, like, dead to a lot of different burn spells. And this thing's also not good, especially when I play like a mirror. See, I get priced. I bet we get priced, I'm gonna get priced. So that's why this matchup's like not super awesome. I can't really stop. I don't know how to stop that. I'm not really sure. Alright, another round with the Penny Dreadful blue-green post list. This hand is great. I'll keep any hand cloud post scrying. I'm down. It's like a turn 4 Lotus. It's not too bad. And Colossus comes a little later. These are like the dream hands where you always start with turn 1 cloud post. Turn 1 cloud post just turns on so many different things. Especially in the green deck where you're just apt to finding these cards very quickly. Opponent plays a tap land. Always good sign. Drew a Mindslaver. Thing about Golgari decks that might be scary is Binding of the Old Gods. I guess I can't really deal with non-lands. It's non-land, never mind. I'm kidding. Just gonna rock and roll. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Very resilient card. Okay, now I wish I'd played the Coast, because I could have actually used my mana efficiently. But now I could just Gilded Lotus for something with the Treasure Mage. In fact, I'm going to get a free Colossus by turn 5. Alright, Midnight Reaper. It's kind of a bunch of stuff over there. Not really gonna worry about it too much. I'm gonna Stirring. Maybe I find a Glimmer Post, or I found another Colossus. They're both pretty good. Assuming one of my things doesn't get killed here, I'm actually gonna take the Colossus because I could just play two of them in the next turn. I could have actually Treasure Mage for it too, but I mean I will play the Treasure Mage. Hmm. Let's see. Yes. I'll get another Mindslaver just in case like somehow the first one dies. That's what I'm talking about. 5 plus 6 is 11. That's 2 free Colossuses. I will block. It will block. Oh no. As long as it doesn't kill any of my artifacts, like maybe they have like a putrefy or something. That that'd be really unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. I guess it's sort of weird dredge deck. I give no bother to that. Okay, I drew Buried Ruin. I am not bothered by this. Because also I can just activate... No, actually the game's over. Hold on. Activate this. I just activate. They come in. I don't know. I do some stuff, and that's it. That's a turn 5. That's pretty good. That's what I like to see. It's like a turn 5 kill. So I guess there's some sort of graveyard deck. So maybe Spell Bombs or Weather Runestones could be good. Downline Permanent. So that actually shuts off... Excuse me. That actually shuts off the Scrounger. So I'm going to play all those. And then we'll just start the trimming of cards. That's kind of the hard part about this deck. It's like everything is so like composed and tight. I find it hard. I find it hard to actually like cut cards. Really though, I'm probably to cut some of the early ramp. So I'm actually gonna cut the signets here. Signets are pretty great. They do ramp, but talisman you can kind of go like turn 2 talisman and play a 1-drop. So they kind of get the nod there. I actually like playing all the evolutions too. Maybe I cut a treasure mage. No. Yeah, I'll cut one. Let's try it. Um. Okay, another one lander. Okay, this time it is a one lander, and I can recognize that. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh, sand's a lot worse. Sand's actually really bad. I'm gonna go to 5. Okay, I could run with this. I could deal with this. Map, scrying, pretty good to go. Double cloud post. Oh, the dream. It's the dream. Double cloud post. Okay. If they get something juicy here, I'm totally down to just spellbomb. Oh, they're playing Haakon. Okay, so they took nothing. So this is a perfect spellbomb turn. Because I don't want them to start dredging. So I can go Cloud Post, Talisman, Spellbomb, and then just instantly nuke this for a little bit of value. So just some sort of like, oh, I think that's right. They're playing some sort of that kind of like a hack and value deck. I wish Hackon was good. I mean, you saw me. If you see this YouTube channel, there's the Hackon list. That's pretty fun. That was like a more combo based deck, but that's totally fine. It would cut me off a green, but I do have a forest in my hand, so not too bad. Okay, now I kind of wish I had it. I might actually go find Yavimaya Coast with this. Because I kind of need the blue mana. And I hope I don't get like himmed or something. Okay. Okay, I could play a Mindslaver, but I'd rather just draw 3 cards. Play an extra land. Okay. And now I can play the Talisman. And now we're back. Play a Stirrings, see what I find. I like Glimmer Post. Spellbomb finds another land for the Excavator. I kind of like Glimmer Post here. Don't do more land drops. Because now next turn I could just like play Slaver, activate it. Maybe play Excavator as well. Okay. Black land's pretty good with Haakon. You can just kind of like continually recur Haakon out of your graveyard and just kind of like gum up the ground and gain 3 life. Okay. The dudes are out. Like everyone should be coming in here. Okay, drew another Mindslaver, which is just gonna buy a bunch of turns. I don't really have a way of like utilizing this. This is kind of just a time off for me. Maybe they have something funny in their deck. Let's see. Masked Vandal. So I'm gonna play this as a land. This is the fun part about this, is where you have to figure out what to do with their stuff. Opponent? Oh, wow. So I could kill this and just kind of like exile the Shambling Shell. It's not a bad thing. Because I don't really care about this anymore. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Just don't want him to dredge. Oh, let's see. Tap this. It does add to the. It's kind of awkward, but I think that's actually the okay play. They only have a Tasker in their hand. I'm gonna evolution again. See what I find. Okay, nothing really. A little unfortunate. I used all my green mana. How much damage is this? Okay, not too bad. I could just, I guess, scrying for a Glimmer Post, Slaver activate, try to cast his Colossus. I don't think I'm dead. I'm gonna take a bunch of. I'm gonna go to 2. Him, okay. Oh, got my Colossus. No good. Weirdly, I guess they can't like activate into this. Yeah, that's probably makes sense. They do have like 4 mana, so I kind of forgot I had Crawling Barrens. That was just kind of a good play on my part, where I didn't even notice that I had Crawling Barrens in play. Okay. I know their last card is Tasker, so this is kind of a free activation. Okay. Okay, so if I go find a Cloud Post or a Glimmer Post, I can't actually act. Well, these are. Wait, never mind. I'm dumb. Scrying. I'm actually gonna go find Cloud Post. I might not have the need for like land. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. I have 8 mana. This is 10, so I get the. I got. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have a Cloud. We'll see. Let's just see what happens. Just activate this. Yeah, they drew Nameless Inversion. It's actually pretty good. I get Inversion like the 3/3 here. I don't know why they conceded. That's not a lock. We're not in a lock situation. People concede this too quickly. I don't even know what I would draw there. I don't know. Alright, another round, the Pain Dreadful blue-green post list. I will keep. This hand's actually pretty decent. Turn 1 stirrings. Always a good start. Can find a cloud post. Birds, sure. So no, so this wasn't a non-basic, so I can assume that they're not playing Hermit. See, cloud post, perfect. Found it. And I still have to return plays because I have a map. I drew a map there. So it's actually a pretty good start. Duskwatch Recruiter. So I could just go find more cloud posts and just start the train. Don't use a scrying yet. Although it does mean that the Duskwatch Recruiter could transform. Because then I'm not going to play a spell next turn. Okay, I better actually make a transform anyway. They're going to activate. They're going to look for a creature card and put it in their hand. Nullhide Ferox. That's a big boy, honestly. That's a big clock really quickly. Okay, so this is going to transform. Um, yeah, I think I just activate, find a cloud post. It's really the best thing I can do right now. They're gonna play that Ferox pretty quick. It's a bunch of damage, so I mean I just still don't have the Glimmer post, so I can start just gaining life. I just need something to do at this point. I guess I have the factory. I could start blocking. So next turn I can just probably go like Glimmer post, map, curiosity. And that actually retransforms the this thing, the Howler. Which is not a great thing, honestly. Both sides are pretty good. Okay, they're gonna play a 5-drop. Is this acidic slime? Okay, they're gonna mind bend me. That's not a good mind bender, but I mean it is a 5/5. I would have okay, so training the birds for it. Okay, I mean, it's kind of whatever. They get one card. Luckily I didn't have anything big in my hand that I didn't want exiled. I don't know what you take if you're my opponent here. Yeah, I think scrying was the best part. But I mean, next turn I'm gonna just play 2 spells. Okay, I drew another cloud post. I am not devoid of mana here. Okay, we'll play it all. Next turn I can start activating. I guess I can tech edge them off of black? I don't know. I think I'm gonna find Sanctum of Ugin in case I draw something. I kind of have to play the factory next turn, so I'm gonna take a bunch of damage. I guess I can get Crawling Barons too. Okay. It's actually kind of lethal, right? Hmm. Yeah, this is the part where I wish I had Labyrinth of Composis or whatever. Maybe I just have to play Sanctum if we can hope. I draw like a 7-drop or something. I mean, I can play Glimmer Post and like try to survive that way. I'm gonna take the Sanctum. No, that's not good either because I kind of need the block. Maybe draw like a creature or something, something to do, like play a land. Yeah, I really just drew a lot of lands, which was like, what do you find in some situations, but when it actually did things. Okay, so my opponent's playing some sort of Sultai creature deck. I do like locks on Warhammer and spatial contortion against creatures. It's kind of like the anti-aggro package, but in these kind of mid-range-esque matchups could be okay. I really want to just kill a birds with this. I think that's the best thing I can do. I don't mind slavers. I don't think in this particular matchup could be okay. What kind of map? I still don't know if that's right. to cut all the early stuff. But I don't know what else I would take out. Maybe like some treasure mages. I like evolution in this matchup. In this particular matchup, they seem more mid-rangey than aggro. And if I can connect with a Warhammered Colossus, it's gonna be a good time. Sure. Sand seems great. I got another heavy land finding hand, but why not? I think I'm just gonna go for double map because I'll just probably activate map, play a cloud post pass. I could eventually get tech edge maybe with one of them and start tech edging. This seems like a good opportunity to tech edge. Okay, maybe I find a glimmer post and kill this. No, I can't really do that. I think I'm just gonna go find cloud post pass. Still drew a warhammer. It's not bad. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a tech edge hand. This is definitely time to tech edge. Okay. Oh, I should have killed this. This thing is way more annoying. Um, Actually, I'm gonna get with this. I'm gonna get another. No, I'm gonna play this. Play the excavator here. Land drop, and then I can start getting tech edge if they play a fourth land, and then I can start blowing things up. Okay, they're gonna activate. I can just double scrying to reflip this back. They whiffed. So I think one land I'm gonna find Glimmer Post, maybe. Maybe just Factory. I think one land I'll find a Factory. Um, Another I'll just find. I'm gonna find Tech Edge. Excuse me. I'm gonna activate this now, and then I'm gonna find Glimmer Post. And now I have all my lands that I want, basically. Play this. And I have a lot of lands to just start blocking the shade constantly. If they play a land, their just lands are gonna get blown up. If they play a fourth land. If they don't play a land, I'll just play this factory. Just pass. Okay. That's annoying. It's an annoying card. Okay, drew a land. Awesome. I kind of want to play a spell. I don't want this thing to transform. But then if I play a spell, I can't activate the factory. I'm going to hit for another 3. What if I had just attacked and they double blocked? Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea. If they double block, I would not mind double blocking this, honestly. They want to trade my two things for their my one thing, that'd be awesome. And I'm gonna gain 5. It's gonna buy me a bit more time. I don't like this though. Then I'm tapping with the Fauna Shaman. It's actually kind of scary. They have loads of things they could probably do. I guess you're like weighing their options because I guess if you're a deck playing Fauna Shaman, you probably have a lot of ideas you can get here. They're kind of short on mana. If they had something like Masked Vandal, that'd be kind of annoying against the Warhammer. Maybe they have some sort of like graveyard hate creature card like Withered Wretch, but they can't really cast it now that they activated the Vivid Grove. So I don't know. I don't know what you get here. Maybe okay, they're playing a Black Plume Robe, which technically is another land, which now turns on Tech Edge. They play another Recruiter. I guess their plan is kind of like the gum up the board a bit. But they did kind of activate my Tech Edge. I drew another Warhammer. And now I just have a Tech Edge every turn. I can just cut them off with this much mana. I'm going to attack again. Kind of gain more life than they can, like, deal to me. Bit unfortunate. Both these things transform. But they guess they lose their, like, card search. But they have the Fauna Shaman, though, to do that. My hands have been not great, honestly. I need to kind of draw a card drawing spell. Can't talk. Alright, Profit Accrue Fix. That is quite a bother, honestly. That means like double Fauna Shaman activations. Okay, they're attacking with the Shade. I will be obliged to block. Click, click, click. Alright, I'd love to draw like a 7-drop or something. Something to do. Okay, Ancient Stirrings is a thing to do. Okay, I gotta wait for my land drop. I'm gonna cast Stirrings. Um, none of these cards are. I wish I. Oh man, kind of missing on the evolution here. Let's see. What do I take? I guess I could take. I mean, I could take Crawling Barrens. I do have a bunch of mana now. It's another just random blocker. I guess I'll take Gilded Lotus, which is another spell. I could just transform these things. Actually, I kind of like Gilded Lotus. I'm gonna play the Tech Edge. Blow this up. Okay, they flash in a Hostage Taker. That's actually such a brutal thing. It's actually kind of brutal. Why did they do that in response to me playing the Gilded Lotus? They just let a land die, honestly. Because they had priority when I played the Lotus. It's not looking good. I'm gonna need an actual spell to do something. But I can actually play be dead. Might actually be dead next turn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's yeah, that's I was already dead, even with the flips. Okay, Prophet's a little annoying. Noted. Noted. Prophet's a bit annoying. Alright, come to the match with the Penny Dreadful SIMIC post list. This hand is pretty decent, I'll keep. All my hands have been like pretty okay. But it just hasn't worked out that well. I haven't seen a Needle Spires played in so long. I like going stirrings. I think actually I'm gonna play the map first. Then go like Signet, and then my turn 3 plays look a little bit better. Oh, they're playing Cycling. Okay. Most of us don't play Needle Spires. Oh, they're playing Blue Cycling. Alright, now that I've drawn this Cloud Post, it's a lot different, so I think I'm just gonna play the Cloud Post and go Stirrings here. I'm gonna take this Gilded Lotus, which is gonna get cast pretty quickly. As map's a little bit stranded. Okay, they're playing Vantasaur. Do I have to assume they're playing Cycling? But they're playing a lot of different choices. I have to assume they're getting Zenith player at some point. Maybe they thought this was standard. I don't know. Don't they play starting development as standard too? Oh well, I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna go find Cloud Post. This way I can start my artifact mana train a bit. Okay, they're playing this. Interesting choices. I drew another Cloud Post. Okay, so I guess I'll just play the Gilded Lotus. I can just play all the things. Play a Signet. Play another Signet. So this is 3 mana. So I have to kind of filter all this. So I can play the map and activate it. I'm gonna go get Sanctum of Ugin, because then I can get a Colossus here. Probably just end the game soon. Looks like my opponent's playing more of a controlling cycling build than the normal, um, sort of like aggro slide decks that we've all learned to know and love. I think I could do everything next turn. Like play this, cast this, cast this, cast a Colossus, take their turn. I think actually I can do everything. Let's find out. I haven't done the math, but we'll figure it out. Play this. I don't think I can activate. I'm not really sure. 3, 6, 7. No, I'm actually one short of activating. They're gonna concede anyway, I guess. But they're gonna die really quickly in like maybe like 2 turns. I don't know what I. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna get Zenith flared. So maybe I just play Orbs of Warding. I have to imagine my artifacts will be destroyed at some point. I'm just gonna play the orbs and maybe just cut a couple things randomly. Um, I'll just like trim one of each. Actually, I think Signa is worse than Talisman. The more I think about it. Okay, another pretty decent hand, and I have my orb, so I'll keep. I drew a lot of Cloud Posts. I think a big skill in this deck is just drawing Cloud Posts naturally. If you don't have that, I don't know. I don't know if you could really play this deck. Just draw them naturally. Just draw them. No big deal. Okay, drain the Stinger. That's gonna be pretty great when I get Orbs of Warding down, because this is actually the creature damages the opponent. Okay, we'll play this. And we'll activate. I'm gonna go find another Cloud Post. Okay. Again, the Orbs is gonna be pretty great here. I don't know what land I get with this. Not sure this time. But you know me, I'm slamming these. I mean, I managed to get. I think I actually go with a Glimmer Post, because that way I can cast both of these. I'll have 10 mana next turn. Oh God, that's a lot of damage. Fist of Flame. Oh man, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, I drew the blue source, or I drew the blue card, but I don't have a blue source. I'm just gonna play double orbs. I guess if I draw a map, or another map, or Sylvan's Crying, I can get Buried Road and kind of start looping. I guess I don't have enough mana yet. But now the Dragon Stingers are kind of like negated here. See, each is a single trigger. I'll have to click that every time. They're both protection effects. Okay, a fox is a good way of breaking this parity up. But next turn, I think I'm just gonna activate Mindslaver and cast and activate Mindslaver. Oh my God, I have to do this every time. What do you yield this? They can't even attack with the stingers because they both get. Okay. Oh, they just automatically chooses. Okay, perfect. All right, I take 0. Okay. Okay. Oh, I drew a Colossus. That's good. Can't play the Excavator too, so at least the Fox get the jump right in front of this. All right. I don't know. Maybe that it is a little. I don't know. Oh, I if I drew a blue source, I could treasure mage into another one. But yeah, that's pretty good. All right, another match with the Pain Dreadful blue green post list. Uh, yeah, I'll keep Cloud Post, Glimmer Posts. I'm just living the dream. I'm making this deck look really good. This good. But I mean, this is actually a really good hand because I can cast this early evolution. I think this is why Simic Signet is about a little bit better than Urban Evolution because it could actually just make mana for this card. So, but I mean, I'm gonna get like 4. I'm gonna get a bunch of mana and play really quickly with the setup. Okay, Raven's Crime. I will discard this land. Okay. Alright, cast a Signet, cast a Talisman. And then next turn, I'm just evolutioning immediately, which just feels pretty great. I might get him though, and that'd be really annoying if I got him and I lost this. Maybe cheating Raven's Crime again? That's not bad. I'll just discard this forest. Okay. Oh, they're just making themselves discard. Oh, they're playing Reanimator? Oh, this is not good. Okay. They have no reanimation spell though. That's strong. Okay, I drew another Glimmer Post. It's actually kind of amazing. I have a lot of permanents in play for Pathers to be not good. Oh, but I also get hit for like 11 or 9. So it's like not great. Okay, let me draw 3. Play an extra land this turn. It's kind of like what is it? Part concentrate, part explore. It's kind of card I'm interested in for sure. Okay. Um, I get scrying here, or I can get a treasure mage. I'm gonna actually. You think for a second. I'm gonna scrying for another cloud post, I think. I kind of wish I didn't play that land, because I kind of scrying for the cloud post, played the cloud post. I kind of messed up there. I kind of just like didn't think about what I could have done. So I kind of messed up by playing that forest. Because now I'm going to be like short a turn, next turn to Mindslaver post or whatever. Mindslaver activate. Okay. That's a weird concession, but I think they're super behind. Okay, so they're playing Reanimator, so I'm on the anti-reanimation stuff. All of this, some of this. Being on the play though is really tough because it's kind of hard to come back when they play a turn one something, especially with this deck. I kind of want all the ramp. Maybe I don't want this as much. I don't think I am gonna get himmed. So it's kind of about speed at this point. I'll cut this. No, this is not that bad. Just gonna trim some things. Maybe Slaver's a bit slow. I kind of want to go super fast. I don't know. Let's try this. I think the better bet is to try to like maximize the Colossus plan here. Alright. If I get past turn one, I mean I have a spell bomb, so it's not bad. It's not a bad start. Also I have a little of my own plan here. Just continually ramping. So I like to start already. Okay. That was a good start because I can go turn two Talisman Stirrings. They can have a Ratchet Bomb. Like, Mono Black is, like, not completely dead to this card. Or they can kind of just, like, get the first Reanimate here. Now they have a target for Reanimate, so they can make me use this and just try to fight through this, which is a really good plan, I would say. That's another good way of beating Spell Bombs, is making them use the first one, then you get another one in. So they can go for a Reanimate here. So I kind of am forced to Spell Bomb them now. But now they have a Shriekhorn for a couple extra mills. No. Okay, I drew a Cloud Post, which is kind of annoying. But I'm just going to go Talisman, Ancient Stirrings. Try to find another Runestone or Spell Bomb. And hope they don't hit something good off the Shriekhorn. that's the worry. Okay, I found Buried Ruin, which actually gets back the Spell Bomb. Which I might actually just do next turn. Waste a turn. Oh, they did mill. Okay, they kind of missed a mill there. They could have milled their Latin to that turn and then milled again and tried it. Okay, they drew another Shriekhorn. Okay, so they're not devoid of mills. Alright, they found a Dream Trawler. That's not as scary, I will say. Just found another Dream Trawler and an Artisan. The Artisan is more scary. Okay, they got the Dream Trawler. I don't mind that because it does let them draw a couple cards. They are a bit behind, I would say. Okay, choices. I could either Buried Ruin. I think I think I want to Buried Ruin the Spell Bomb and play it. Because this is not the fastest clock in the world, so I don't know. Maybe this is not the plan I want to be. Maybe this is not the plan I want to be activating. I also think I messed up where I could have actually played the Talisman. No, I couldn't. I couldn't play the Spell Bomb afterwards. It does say it stunned my growth quite a bit, though. I will mention. Because next turn I think I'm playing like Treasure Mage for something. Probably a Slaver. But at least all I have to do is worry about the Dream Trawler. The graveyard is very full of creatures, so they don't really need to Shriek one anymore until they absolutely have to. Whatever they keep Eternal Spellbomb on the draw, because they can always go Dark Ritual, discard or mill, then reanimate. That's always a big scare with these decks. Okay, I kind of have to use the Spellbomb now. I would say they've drawn pretty well, but I mean, they have a Dream Trawler, so they're drawing an extra card anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is a Colossus. Not terrible. I get scrying for like I get scrying for a Sanctum of Ugin now, and maybe like get I could try to get like Platinum Angel and try to get that line going. I guess I'll just Treasure Mage for an Angel. Yeah, I think I like that line a little more. But I also want to play this Talisman, so let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, like a short one. We'll play the so I think I'm gonna play the Talisman and scrying for I guess like a Cloud Post. So I added the wrong mana. Wait, don't want to take too much damage. Alright. This is kind of a clock, so alright. They didn't mill themselves. That's it's a I guess any card they draw anyway doesn't matter because they can just use the Dream Trawler discard post attack. Because it is a discard outlet. Alright, play the Signet. We'll play Treasure Mage. I'm gonna go find the Platinum Angel, which is really hard for them to kill. And I can just buy some time. As long as they don't die here. Which I think I should be okay. I think I'm not I think I'm like beyond the realm of dying. Unless they draw unless they like mill a Sire of Insanity, I think I'm pretty good. Okay. Now they decided to mill themselves. I don't think they actually beat Platinum Angel, so that's why they're conceding. That's wild. They have no removal. Like, yeah, they're just kind of racing to kill me. What's up, guys? Your boy Jimmick here, back with the final thoughts of the blue-green post list. 3-2. Not too bad. I drew a lot of cloud posts early. Some of the matches that when that happened, I kind of just like won the game very quickly. Some people early conceded to it, early Mind Slayer, but sometimes it is kind of like a ridiculous sort of card where just when you get a, even if you get like a turn, sometimes it's just enough. But I think there are some situations where my opponents didn't have to concede at all. They just let me take their turn and figure it out. But I really like Platinum Angel a lot. I think it's a super strong card. I would honestly play 2 Platinum Angels over the Battlesphere. Battlesphere is fine in some spots, but I think more often than not, Platinum Angel's going to win you the game. Um, but yeah, the Colossus, I think adding Colossus actually speeds up the clock quite a bit too. You can kind of cheese someone's by just playing a bunch of Colossuses. I think you can still get like an early turn for Colossus, and that's like good enough to win a bunch of matchups. I really like most of the cards. Urban Evolution is a little awkward at times, but I could see myself going to 2. Maybe playing more like win cons over here, but I like the balance of it. I think there was a healthy balance of like artifact mana and like so it's like which kind of counts as ramp and also helps the Colossus out. I think the sideboarding is really hard. I don't know. There's not like a ton of flex slots. I guess technically now you can kind of look at Excavator as a flex slot, but you kind of need a bunch of them to kind of like secure a tight lock with the Buried Ruin plan. Treasure Mage was great. I really like that because most of the time you're just trying to get some of these, and it just makes a body. So I really enjoyed Treasure Mage a lot. Yeah, I enjoyed the list overall. I thought this was a really fun list. A nice little twist on the upheaval colossuses slash like green post list. So if you're looking for a fun little Mindslayer list, I think this is pretty fun. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. I even have like a black version, which almost made the cut for deck text, but like some of the black spells are like really hard to cast because they're double black. It was a really rough list, but the idea of it was that you can like whip a Erebos with Metalwork Colossus, which is kind of like the same vein as like blocks on Warhammer, and that's really cool. But that list was a lot more rough. I didn't want to run that through. I think this list is like pretty good. Not good. It's okay. It's just okay. 3-2, I think, was the correct record for it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, like, follow, subscribe. Go follow the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/a_mecha. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Take care.